Hey guys, this is JB3 and welcome to FIFA World Academy, where we will start our first full season with the team here. We start in July, we'll go through the preseason. We're here on the first day of the year, and then we'll go all the way through July. We'll try and bring in one more set of Youth Academy players, see if we can round out this roster, maybe see if we can make some signings and bring some extra players in and generate some money by getting rid of the original roster so we can clear that out and make way for our Youth Academy players. We're going to try and get every player, or one player from every country, so let's get this one underway, get this season started, and get through this first game of the season, see how the team fares here in the third league in Germany. So we'll take a look at our objectives for the year. First up is our youth development. It says sell one player for $13 million. That might be a little bit of a struggle. I don't know if we'll be able to do that because we're really not going to have anyone that we're able to sell, but luckily it's a medium. We do have crucial. We need to sign one crucial first team player assigned to a midfield or forward position, which might be possible. We might be able to find some regens. Continental success, none. And domestic success, critical. Mid-table finish. So team didn't do well last year. I think we finished about mid to, the lower third of the table. And then within 3 seasons, we should win the league. So I think both those are pretty achievable. And then financially, keep player growth under 20%, which should be pretty doable. I don't think we'll be making any big signings to round out this team. So our budget as it stands right now, $3.2 million. We have a little bit of wage budget, so hopefully we can bring in, maybe we can find some free agents, maybe some early players that we can bring in, some young future stars from other teams. Maybe we can bring them in on a transfer. We'll have to see. We do have a lot of players to get rid of, so hopefully we can increase that transfer budget for the future as well. Maybe in the January transfer window, that's where we can make our moves. So we have our first preseason matchup, so we'll run out the team here, see how we can do. Hopefully we can get a victory or maybe a draw. It's a 3-0 victory. Fitzpatrick, Aurelia, and Renaud putting in goals, 3-0. So we have our second preseason matchup here against Red Star. We'll run out the team again, and it's a 2-0 victory. Adama and Renaud putting in goals. So we have our next preseason matchup. It's the final one of the group stage, and we draw 2-2 and take the victory of the group, top of the group. Here we go, Rossi and Wojciech scoring goals. So we get into our next preseason matchup. We'll see how we can fare here. Hopefully we can continue our hot streak. It's a 1-0 victory. Aurelia puts in the winning goal. So we're here for our preseason final. We'll see if we can get the victory and the cup. And we win on penalties. McKeith puts in the only goal in regular time. But penalties, we go through and win the preseason International Cup. So between our preseason cup victory and the fair amount of business that we've done, our budget is now up to $9.2 million as we get to our first game of the season. Should give us a healthy budget to continue to send out our scouts, but also to see if we can bring in any free agents as we continue to scout to find those underrated players that maybe we can pick off from another team here and maybe build our team a little bit more depth here as we go. We have about 2 more players that I think we can sell out and maybe generate a little bit more fun, so should be right around that $10 million mark once we get rid of everyone. But that'll do it for the season so far. Let's get into the first game of the season. So we'll take a look at the squad here. This will be the starting lineup that we will run out. It just fits, the players that we have as of right now. We have McKeith from Scotland up front. We have Fitzpatrick, who's going to be playing in the cam role. We have our scout future star Aurelia on the left wing. And then we have Renaud. Becker is in the middle as well as a defensive midfielder. Kobayashi on the right side. Rossi, Abasir in the middle with Wojciech and Adama on the left-hand side. And then Altark in net. We also have on the bench our full team here. We have Haber from Canada, Mason, Ward, Lee, Bratano, Morez, and Sentinelitas, who probably won't get any play. You can see, actually, we have a fair amount of more players to sell, so a lot more than I actually thought we could have gotten rid of. So we'll have to work on them. A lot of them are on their final year of the contract, so we'll have to see how that works out. Maybe if we can't get them transferred, then we might lose them on a free. But this is going to be the squad that we'll start with so far for the year. I think we have a lot of defensive help. We can switch in Haber and, in for Abasser and Rossi. They can kind of switch, kind of in between themselves. I think they'll have a lot of good help there, and defensively, I think we can rotate them pretty well. I think we do need a little bit more help in the midfield, especially on the wings, and then hopefully, maybe McKeith can become a good striker, but I think we're going to need a better striking option as we move up the leagues. But that'll be the starting lineup here as we go into the first game of the season. So guys, we are finally here. We've gone through our simulated season. We've gone through our month of July and made some transfers, and we are finally here for our first match here in Bundesliga 3 with our World Academy. It will be against Osnabrück and Braunschweig. Here we are. We have our team. We've showed you the lineups before. We've made a couple changes just to make sure people are on the right foot. So the right-footed players are on the right, left-footed players on the left. That's the only changes we've made. Now let's get into this game, see if we can start off this career mode with a victory. And we'll get this career mode underway. All turned over by Braunschweig. It'll come up. He comes into the box, and we're unable to break it up. They get the shot off, and goes wide of the net to open it up. And we luckily avoid the chance to let up a goal as Altark has the post covered and goes wide of the net. Broken up, goes to Renaud. Renaud right up to Kobayashi, goes off to Fitzpatrick. He drives past his man, has a long range shot, puts it on, and off the post it goes, and it'll be out. And we have our first opportunity to score a goal, and it hits off the crossbar and goes out. All broken up nicely by Braunschweig. Goes in, gets it off to Fitzpatrick. He'll swing it around, gets it to Renaud, who's in the box. Oh, and just chips it and can't get his foot behind it. Another opportunity goes by. Renaud gets the ball up to Fitzpatrick in the middle, moves it along to McKeith. It takes a bounce and unlucky to not find his foot, but he breaks it up. It'll sit there for Kobayashi, sings it around to Aurelio. He puts it in the back of the net, and we have our first goal of the season, but they're going to call him offsides. Oh, our scout future star comes up big, gets the first ball into the back of the net, and they're just going to call him offsides, and it'll stay 0-0. Oh, Yadama turns the ball over right at the end of the first half as they push forward. We miss on the tackle. It goes in for a cross. It's cleared. Can we get it cleared and get it out? We do. It'll go off to Kobayashi, who gets it off to McKeith, who sends it back, turns it over, but that'll be it. It's an ugly way to finish the half, but we've had a great opportunity, in Braunschweig we'll have a good opportunity to get a couple goals, just unable to convert. We'll have to try and do a little bit better and find the back of the net here in the second half. Orella gets it up, he gets it off, gets it back, has a chance at a long strike, puts it on the keeper, but he gets a hand to it, sends it out for a corner kick. It'll be a corner here. Aurelio can't get it on. Oh, we find the back of the net. Doesn't matter who the hell sent the cross in. It's a goal for Braunschweig, and that one's not offsides. And the big man in the middle puts it into the back of the net on the cross. Just gets up high and puts it in. And we choked on the Spanish name for our scout future star with marbles in our mouth, but we get the big goal and we open it up. It's 1-0 Braunschweig over Osnabrück, and we have our first goal. It's a beauty. We'll take a look at it and enjoy it because you only get one first, and this World Youth Academy team is coming together as we get our first opening goal. It's going to be 1-0 as Daniel Rossi puts it in the back of the net. There'll be another corner kick here. Orello puts it in, and it's headed on. We get another chance, and it's sent away by the keeper, and the scout future star has another opportunity with Becker this time putting it in, and it just goes off the defender. Ayadama pushes forward, gets it to Becker. He goes inside, goes off to McKeith. He'll lay it off to Renaud. Renaud driving through the middle of the teeth of the defense, lays it to Fitzpatrick. He has a chance. And the shooting boots of these young players just are not what we need them to be, but definitely show a lot of improvement needed as we send another opportunity into the corner instead of into the back of the net. Center to Fitzpatrick now. He sends it long to Kobayashi and a counterattack is on. As we come down the wing, he drives in, cuts inside, lays it to McKeith in front of the net, puts it in, and it's Braunschweig with another goal, and it will be 2-0 over Osnabrück. As we get the second goal, and it's McKeith, the striker from Scotland, getting his first goal of the career, and it's 2-0 as we come out big on the counter. We almost turned it over in our own end. Kobayashi has a chance, but he cuts back inside, lays it to the striker, and unable to react as the poor goalkeeping's there as he flops like the fish in the rain, and it's Braunschweig, 2-0. So we'll make two changes. It will be Alfie Mason and Bratanu in for Renaud and Becker. Kobayashi comes down the wing. Final minutes of the game, gets rubbed off the ball, and they'll try and clear, but that's the final whistle. The World Academy get their first victory here in Bundesliga 3. It's Braunschweig getting the victory 2-0 as Rossi and McKeith connect with the goals. And our Scout Future Star gets the assist. And it'll be 11 shots, 6 on target, and we dominate Osnabrück. It will be 2 shots, 1 on target, and we get the victory. Jesus Aurelio gets a 9.0. Bratanu gets a 6.0. Mason 6.1. Kobayashi 8.7. Fitzpatrick 7.3. McKeith 8.1. Renaud 7.8. Becker 7.2. Alturk 7.6. Ayadama 8.5, Wojak 7.6, Daniel Rossi 8.6, Abasir 7.3, and that'll do it for us here in our first game in the World Academy. So representing Serbia, we will bring in Lazar Petraš, who looks like a decent player, potential of 69 to 94, overall 51 to 69, and an evaluation of 425. We'll see what he can bring to the team. And our player representing Switzerland will be Arthur Bader, 55 to 75 overall, 76 to 94 potential, 6'4", looks like he could be a decent center or right back. An evaluation of $650,000 will bring him into the club and see what he can do for the team. And representing Chile will be Enrique Carrizo, 49 to 65 overall, 73 to 94 potential. We'll see what kind of player he is. Looks like he could be a decent winger, which I think we need some more players in that position. We'll bring him into the club, see what he can do. And we'll take a look and update the Youth Academy. Stephen Lawal has fallen off for Nigeria, 68 to 84, 49 overall. Lars Jacob, 47 overall, but still has decent potential at 7'1", 9 to 91, and an overall height of 6 foot. Frank Katuna, still a good player, 59 overall, 82 to 88. Igor Cardosa is our new Scout Future Star. He's the second one representing Brazil, so that means Moraes will have to leave the club before we can bring him in. So we'll have to make a sale. We can't have 2 Brazilians. He doesn't have great potential, but a good overall should help the team in the midfield and give us a little bit more depth. We have Avila, the 50 overall left winger from Paraguay, I believe, or Uruguay, 75 to 94, good potential there. Helder Bastos, still decent potential, overall of 56, center forward. Ramon Castaneda still showing some good potential at 83 to 89, 56 overall. Arthur Bader, who we just brought in, 63 overall, center back, 6'4" in height, 76 to 94 potential. Sang Hung Sip, really not going to do much for us, but we'll keep around until we can replace him. Harold Roding, a widespread potential, could be a decent winger, but he's 15, we'll give him some time, see if that changes. Alberto Palacios, 43 overall, we're going to have to replace him at some time. I think he's just going to take too long to grow. Leonardo Barrios, 58 overall, 79 to 94. Camille Perez, 78 to 86. Decent potential, 57 overall, might give us some depth in the midfield. And then we have Elios Aro from Finland, 75 to 93, A decent cam, looks like 6 foot. We might need to give him some training because I think we need some depth in the midfield. And then we have Enrique Carrizo, 73 to 94, 56 overall. Could be a decent striker with some good potential. If that stays, we'll keep an eye on that. And then we have Lazar Petrosh, 61 overall, right back, 69 to 94. We'll keep an eye on that potential before we bring him in. I think we have a lot of depth, and that will do it for us in the Youth Academy. So that'll do it for us here in the World Academy. We get our first victory. We start to round out the team. We'll see how that changes. We might need to bring some players in from the Youth Academy after our latest scout reports. We'll get the scouts back out there, see what they can do for us next month. But until then, we're flying high. We got 2 goals. We got the victory, and we'll see what we can do in our next game. But guys, until next time, have a good one.